What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the second episode of GIBIATE. This one's titled Beyond the Maelstrom. I don't know about this show. This is very much on the drop list, if you couldn't tell from my first episode. I don't know why this show exists. Like, okay, post-apocalyptic scenario. This is all just from what we've set up in the first episode, okay? So, we've set up a post-apocalyptic scenario. Earth is being ravaged by this weird virus that turns you into a weird monster thing based on just what type of person you are, based on your sex, your physiology, just all the basic factors determine what type of monster you become. I have no idea how many variants there are. We got a few variants last time. A lot of them seem to be based on either insect or dinosaurs. That seems to be the two main bases of the monster designs. I've seen glimpses of the insects, and I mentioned last time the monsters. There was one that looked kind of like a Tyrannosaurus. There was one that looked kind of like an Ankylosaurus. I think there was one that also looked more like pterodactyl-like as well, implying that some can fly, which would make a lot of sense. They set out the premise that they don't like light, and that's why they keep the lights on at night, which already has a bit of a plot hole, because in 2030, that's when this show is based. Even in 2020 right now, the world is bright AF. Like, have you been to, I don't know, any major American or European city, or Asian city for that matter? Have you been to anywhere? Have you been to Tokyo? Have you looked at the lights of Tokyo? Have you looked at the lights of Las Vegas? Like, rural communities, I can kind of understand, but even then you do have streetlights. I don't see how, if light alone is enough to be of enough distraction that they will not attack willingly, how did they have the desire to take over the world and ravage it as badly as they seem to have done? Like, that's something that's really messing with my mind. I need to give it the benefit of the doubt, though, because it's anime. Like, how else would any monster take over the world if it was just afraid of light? I get the feeling it's more of a dislike of light rather than something that actually counters them entirely. They just prefer not to go into light. And at the beginning stage of their attack on Earth, perhaps they were more vicious and wanting to destroy Earth or something. I don't know how it works. And then we come on to the other thing. Why is there a time travel aspect at all? Why do we need a samurai and a ninja to come to this world in a time travel-esque manner right at this moment in history? Why do we need that to happen? I don't see any reason for it to happen. Other than, hey, reverse isekai. Now we're trendy with the series. I don't know. And then to top it all off, from what we've seen of it, obviously the monsters were going to be CGI. I was never in any doubt that the monsters would be CGI for this series. It just made sense. Like, I would not have batted an eyelid at the CGI monsters. However, everything else about the animation, like, the voice acting's great. I don't have any problem with that. I very rarely have problems with voice acting. Like, normally it's very, very good. Some performances stand out more than others, of course, but overall, the average voice acting that you see in these series is usually pretty up there. But just the dialogue and the script felt so rough. It just felt like, say a line, wait a few seconds, then the response comes. It didn't seem to be fluid. Like, it just seemed like, this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. And it's like, eh. And then title card. Then this happens. Then this happens. This happens. Title card. This happens. Title card. It's like, I feel like they overused title cards in this as well. I think a lot of it was just to make up time. It didn't feel like they had a 20-odd minute episode, and they were stalling for time through quite a lot of that episode. That's what it felt like to me. So, I don't know about that. But hey, it's not a good sign when your first episode looks like that. But considering we are in a COVID-19 world, and this show wasn't delayed, was it? Maybe some touches weren't added or something. I don't know. We give it the benefit of the doubt. We're going to give it a second episode. We do not end a show after one episode. That is my rule now. I have done it in the past with previous shows. I think, there was a comedy. There was a Chunibyo comedy from the winter season that I gave up after one episode. But I'm going to be a little better and start giving shows, especially this season, their second episode, because, well, I haven't got that many shows to watch, relatively speaking. Like, this will still be a decently sized season. It will probably be bigger than spring, all things considered, because a lot of the spring shows were delayed. So, yeah, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and we'll see if this episode can improve on that. We'll see. So, as always, these are time-based reactions. Bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the timer for the episode. I'll count us down 3, 2, 1, play, and then on play, you start the footage, I start the footage. We're all in sync. We do have a Crunchyroll link in the description for where I'm watching this episode. If you don't have the premium subscription, which is really cheap when you think about it, and considering all the shows you can watch on it, this episode is free within a week anyway. All Crunchyroll shows end up being free for a week afterwards. I think you still need an account to watch it, but if you have an account, I think they're always free afterwards. I think definitely Funimation is as well, so I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, with that said, I'll call out the OP starting and ending, as well as an ad break if it's obvious, so you know that we're still in sync. Alright, let's give this one another try, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh yeah, we also have the Doctor character, who's for some reason in a cheerleader outfit. Because apparently we're... What's the... Chainsaw Lollipop, was that it? A foreign swordsman, okay. Western swordsmanship, okay. Nenrun Dojo, okay. 1 or 2, okay. So trained in both. So no matter what sword. Oh, okay. What is the main principle? Something to do with the difficulty, I guess. Victory through determined purpose, okay. That camera was way too steady. Alright. Alright, this was the music that didn't have any lyrics or anything, it's just music. Wait, that's it? We don't even get a full 90-second... Oh, God. We don't even get a full 90-second OP. Alright. Alright, all separate off in their own tents. There's just not that many people. Yeah. Okay, bringing out training. Okay. As form of training, I'm guessing. You sure about that? Ooh. Is that what she's asking? Well, she wants to fire me, man. Very much true. Yes. Right. Yes. Technically, yes. I mean, you can, but that's your honor. And yep, she's black belt. No. Alright. Let's see how they do. I mean, he probably doesn't know such a custom, and yeah, easily defeated. Mm-hmm. That's a line. I mean, and we've got a guy going on to get the sword, haven't we? Immediately, yes. Okay. Okay. Wipe cup. Sure. Yeah, what is the point? Okay. Ah! What? Oh, they can see themselves in a mirror. Is that it? Uh, we're dying. What? Why are we doing this? What is the... What? Why would this be the first thing you do in preparation? What? Okay. Why do I feel like the seriousness of the show just completely vanished again? Okay. Right, yeah. And title card again. Oh my god, that is a horrible walking animation. It's not even like they're on a flat piece of earth. Hello, mother. No, yeah, she's completely gone, I forgot. Mm-hmm. Do you want to know? You actually want to know? Right? Warring states. Got it in the world. Naturally. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Yep. And back to Apocalypse. Right, guy with a sword. A bunch of monsters. Wait, why are you on... Oh, right, yeah, because they took the van with you. Mm-hmm. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. We got one chase and... Yeah, we got... Well, we got a few chasing. Jesus Christ, that animation. It's CG, but still. Jesus Christ. What a waste of ammo. What a waste of ammo that was. Like, just take a few aim shots. Don't have to spray and pray like that. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Eh. Better than nothing. So yeah, the lights really are that effective. Again, how did this world get infected then? Anyway. Maybe the everyday lights of the world aren't sufficient or something. Alright. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Oh, and the power's gonna go out. Of course. So we're under attack, basically. Well, he just learnt of his lord's... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stop with the donos. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Where are we going? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. He's questioning his entire existence now. Alright. Yeah, it's a very good question. Why are you here? Alright. Stop with the tunnel! And there goes the power, obviously. Perfect timing. Now he has a reason to use the sword. How convenient. Mm-hmm. Yep. Alright. Yep. Here we go. And... Wow. Okay. And... Well, that's now a break title card. I'm okay with that one. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He's been infected, I think. And the sword. Ho ho. Okay then. I think he's been infected though. I think that's what they're trying to imply. Excuse me? Excuse me? Where's... When did he drop the sword? Okay. Okay. He's been infected. What is this music choice? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Just slightly. Mm-hmm. I mean, someone should be trying to. Yeah, someone should be working on the power as to why it went out. So we're not going to try and look at the generator that provides us power. Alright, sure. Mm-hmm. Oop, there goes one. Ooh, already infected. Oh boy. This type again. She's really gone. What is that? Oh, the taser. That they didn't even bother to animate this time. Okay. Because plot. That's why. And our solution is to burn our only real possessions. Okay. Now I have a question. How does a bullet not go through, but a sword does? Fairly certain a bullet has better penetration than a sword. Just saying. Oh, he's found why he's gonna start. I bet he's gonna just go. Yep. Yep. Naturally. Off with its head. Hmm. He should be running into ammo issues by now. Like, with those small clips on those guns, or magazines, or whatever, he should have ran out of ammo a long time ago. I'm just saying. Alright. I mean, if you want to die, it's fine. Right. Mm-hmm. But there's still a lot of them. And again, how are bullets not affected but a sword is? I just don't get it. Anyway. Well, I wouldn't mind if it just took a lot to do something, but they're doing nothing. Oh, maybe they are doing something and they're just not they're just being lazy to animate it. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. Jesus Christ. Right, finally, one that doesn't get beaten by a sword. Yeah, that sword's messed up. Alright, here we go. The hell is that? Oh, a grenade. How do you know how those work? How do you know how to work those? Okay. Never seen them before in your life, but now you know how they work. Also, how's the fragmentation not hurt him at all? Like, come on. Anyway. Grenade, wire, and sword-wielding people from time travel. Welcome to anime. GIBIATE. Title card. Why do we need a title card there? I feel like we're gonna just be over in like 2 minutes anyway. And there goes one transforming. It's easier to kill him now. Yeah. Right. Thoughtful on the double tap, though. Yeah. No, but okay. Yeah, he's exhausted. He's infected, isn't he? He does, doesn't he? Knew as much. Surprised he's managed to hang on this long then from the infection. I mean, you can quite clearly see he's been infected, right? Alright, same water. Oh, there goes the skin color change. Might want to hurry it up. Beheading. Just like your lord was. Yep. God, that was the sound effect that had the most impact out of everything else in the show. Okay, sure. Odd choice, but whatever. And Edie's gonna play over the episode, or are we just leading into it? It's gonna play over, okay. Who the hell are these people? Who are you? Don't know about that. Uh-huh. Alright. And let me guess, our group comes in to save him. It very much reminds me of Ankylosaurus now. Speaking to the third man. Okay, sure. Alright. Anyway, you got like 5 seconds left. Alright. Yeah, okay. I think my reaction kind of makes it clear how I feel about this show. Yeah. I don't know, it feels like it's a 90s show. And like, it feels like it's a 90s show, but it comes with all the production quality and thoughts of a 90s show, and the animation quality of a 90s show, the writing of a 90s... Like, it just feels like it's a 90s show. And, like, that's not inherently a diss on it. It's like, 90s shows hold up well in this day and age. I'm sure you could point out a lot of 90s anime that hold up really well and are classics at this point. That, like, if you are new to anime, it's like, okay, if you can get past the fact that it'll be in 4x3, of course, not 16x9, but if you watch it, it'd be like, hey, there's some classic 90s anime. Like, when did Pokemon start? Was that 90s? It was like 96 or something, right? Yeah, the game, Red and Blue, or Red and Green, as it was in Japan, that was 96. When was the very first Pokemon anime episode coming out? Was it 97? So yeah, there you go. There's a 90s show that definitely holds up. Like, I think everyone would say, yeah, you can go back and watch Pokemon and it's still a great experience. But this just doesn't have... Nothing about it is compelling. I don't care for any of them. There's so many inconsistencies in what the story wants. It feels like it wants to push the whole samurai ninja taking on monsters thing so much that it just wants to defy everything else in the world around it and bend it to suit just those 2 points that they want to make. It feels like everything else in the world is inconsequential to what happens as long as they get this main trio now to go where they want them to go. It doesn't matter what anything else exists for. And the animation just doesn't help it. The sounds... Some of the sound design is pretty good. I'll give it that. Like, some of the... Like, when he was, I assume, beheading Maida-san, that was the most impactful hit I've heard in anime in a long time. But the insert music for when he started fighting was odd. The OP not even being a full OP. Like, did you really have so much to cram in this episode that you couldn't have given us a full OP? I mean, I'm glad, because the full OP, I didn't like the song at all, but I don't know, it's just all... It just all doesn't feel right. It all doesn't fit in my mind, and... Again, I see no reason for time travel. I don't see any reason for that to exist, other than just to have an excuse for a samurai and a ninja in this fighting. Like, you could have a much more believable samurai and ninja style fighting from people who train in dojos and stuff like that. You could really make that convincing, but... No, you just need to have the time travel. And then the first thing they do is get cosmetics. They change a character's hairstyle? Why? Why did... Okay, we're going to give you these cool band things that look cool on you for fashion. We're going to dye your hair. Excuse me? What? Like... What? Why? Just so we can have a blue-haired ninja? Yeah, I think it's clear at this point that I'm planning to drop this show. I think that's clear now. But I wanted to like this. I kind of wanted to like this, because post-apocalyptic stuff, I like a post-apocalyptic story. They're interesting. The premise is kind of interesting. But I don't care for any of the characters so far. Like, I wasn't attached enough to Maida-san to care for the fact that he died this episode. Like, he's a side character, I get that, but they could have built up a bit more of a relationship between him and, what's even the woman's name? I don't even know her name. What is her name? Kathleen, there we go. Well, it could have built up a bit more of a relationship between those two. Also, who's this older guy with the guy in the suit? Is he meant to be a time traveler as well? Because just something about him reminds me of like a feudal lord almost. I don't know if he's meant to be or not, but it seems like there might be some more like time travel-esque aspects to the story, but I just don't care enough to keep watching to find out. But I don't know. And then Kenroku just suddenly, or Sensui, no, Sanada, I should say, not Sensui. Kenroku Sanada just, oh yeah, I can use grenades now. Like, what? You're too busy getting your hair dyed to figure out how any of the modern weaponry works. And even then, the modern weaponry is so useful. All these rounds and rounds and rounds of ammunition, like, that's something as well I just don't understand. Like, in a post-apocalyptic world, one of the main concerns is supplies, food and stuff supplies, which they're kind of touching on a bit. Next is ammunition, because long-ranged weaponry is vital, because then it means that these monsters that seemingly have no long-range capabilities and have to sting you in order to infect you. Therefore, ranged weaponry is the superior choice. And the ranged weapon is the superior choice in all forms of combat at this point. Like, there is no... If you were to fight in this world, if you have a range advantage, you win. Provided you are sufficiently proficient with the weapon, and it's an accurate enough weapon, of course. But range means everything. So ammunition then becomes a major concern. How much ammunition do they have stockpiled? That they can just waste so much ammo. And like, if the ammo does nothing in the first place, why bother sticking around to shoot them if it doesn't seem to be doing anything? Or is that just lazy animation that they couldn't be bothered to show bullet impacts even having an effect? Like, I can understand if the bullets, it takes a lot to kill a thing. That makes sense. I mean, in the Emu War, in Australia, apparently they could take like 10 bullets before they even went down. Didn't someone say, like, if we had... Like, what need is there for tanks if we could weaponize emus? Or some, there was some quote about comparing emus to tanks. I remember seeing it in an oversimplified video. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. This show just doesn't seem... It seems cheaply done. It seems... I don't care for any of the characters. It doesn't look good. The music's not the greatest. The writing is not the greatest. The VA performance is alright, considering the lines they're given. But yeah, I just don't care for this show at all. So, to the surprise of, I don't think anyone, I'm going to drop this one. Thursdays, I have 4 shows on a Thursday, so I'm okay with dropping one. And I'm more than okay with dropping this. Like, I will come back to the show either when it's all out so I can binge watch it, or just to find out if the time travel meant anything. That's the only question I have about this show now. Is there a relevance to the fact that they time traveled in and they were isekai'd into this show? Is there any plot points to that, or was it just for the sake of having a ninja and a samurai in the show? That's the only question I have for this show. So, yeah, this is an original work as well, isn't it? Yeah, it's completely original work, so never mind. There is nothing to spoil, so no one knows the answer to that. I was about to say if you've read the source material for this, but there is no source material for it. And it makes perfect sense why. So yeah, I'm going to call it there. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this show nonetheless. If you are continuing on with this show, please let me know how you feel it goes along. Come join my Discord server and let me know how subsequent episodes are doing if you're continuing to watch the show. If there is ever a point where the time travel bit becomes relevant, please let me know, because I would very much like to know. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Leave a comment down below what you thought of the episode. Subscribe. Whilst we won't be continuing this one next week, there are plenty of other Thursday shows that you can watch, including ReZero, Decadence, which is another post-apocalyptic show, but is going in a completely different and bizarre direction that I can't wait to find out what they want to do with it. And then, we've also got Mr. Love's Queen Choice, which is seemingly kind of interesting. That we'll be checking out after this one. But there's also a lot of other shows this season. Very, very interesting shows that you can find out on this channel as well. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.